Hey everybody, Mike Garrett here, and in this video I want to talk to you about targeting marketing strategies. Do you have a reliable system to increase the numbers of your targeted customers? Do you even have a targeted customer? You see, targeting your market is more important today than ever before. And I know that it sounds kind of like a daunting task. You got to figure out who this person is, what kind of realm they live in, where they get their information, what they do with their days, how much money they make. But it's really not as intimidating as it seems, and it's really pretty logical. The hardest part really is defining the target market, and obviously that's the hardest part, but we can start to derive who that target market is that you're at least reaching now, and then adjust that if you want to reach a different target market. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to look at your established customer base. We're going to look at the people that you already have coming in your doors, that you already have hooked, and that you're already serving. And then we're going to look at who your product or service or food appeals to, as far as the atmosphere that's there, the neighborhood that you're in, these other kinds of things that are more physical aspects of your business. And the other thing that we want to look at is your culture, is your food or service culture specific? And the reason with that is that you can have a bigger reach if you leverage that culture, rather than if you're not culture specific, then you've really got to target your markets in a different way. So as you can see, none of these are really difficult investigations. They're all pretty simple, pretty straightforward. And it would seem like as our market, or as our population is grown, then targeted marketing would have kind of fallen by the wayside. Because why, if there's so many people that are out there that can buy our services, why do we need to get more specific in our marketing to reach them? And the reality is that this expanding population has made previously undesirable or unreachable markets extremely active in the marketplace. And as you can see by this graph, a critical factor then becomes age. People from different age groups get their information from different sources. And people from different age groups are also influenced by different words, images, and ideas. So just understanding these two things, that different ages get their information from different sources and that they're influenced by different ideas and words and images, is already setting you ahead of some of your competition. So if, for instance, if you wanted to focus on families that had younger children, and you knew that those families were getting their information from the internet, then if you promote in your business a way for kids to have a safe, fun thing to do, then you're going to reach that targeted market through multiple scenarios, right? The parents are going to see that and they're going to think, oh, that would be fun for our kids. The kids are going to see that and they're going to be like, we want to do that. And so you actually add in kind of layers to get those people in your doors. And you can reach the decision makers when you find the information sources that they're getting their information from. Now let's talk just a little bit about jumping on the new marketing bandwagon. There's a lot of ways to market to clients today, or to customers, and it doesn't matter whether it's digital or whether it's analog marketing. If you're not understanding who you're trying to reach, then you may be missing that market entirely. So if you're trying to reach younger families, right, and you're using Facebook, but you're not using the right words or the right images or the right information to grab their attention, then you're missing your market, right? And if you're using an online source and you're trying to reach baby boomers or retirees or empty nesters, then you may be wasting your money because you may be missing that group entirely. I suggest starting with your current customer base. Who are the people that are currently in your restaurants or in your businesses? The best way to do this is to set up a game for the staff that you have that deals with the public. There's a really simple way to do this that uses cards that have questions on them in a way that engages your current customers. So what we want to do is we want to put together these things, and the idea is that the employees are asking the questions to the customer. So we want that one-on-one personal engagement with our customers. The idea is to really spark conversation, to get people talking. Now, some customers are going to be short and other ones are going to be long-winded, and that's just fine. That's kind of the name of the game, but you're just trying to draw up some information if you can. So let's look at some possible questions. One thing that you can do is find current events that are happening in your neighborhood or in your area or in your city or in your state. Or big events that are happening nationally or internationally, and then ask people if they've heard about that. And if they have, then you want to know where they heard about it, right? And if they haven't, then you want to try to draw out where they get their information from, because that's going to be key to getting your marketing in front of these kinds of people. Another big question that's really powerful is what brings you in today? And as consumers, we don't get asked this question nearly as much as I think that we should, because if companies were interested in why we were in their doors to begin with, then it would be kind of vital information on what they can use to sell to get us back in their doors again. Another question that you can use is, what do you do for work? And the reason that I like the question of what do you do for work is people that love their jobs like talking about their jobs, and B, because if you have a whole bunch of software engineers that come in your door for lunch, then you either have that business type around you, or there's multiple kind of companies around you that are doing that. And so you can find these bigger companies and then market to that bigger company whatever marketing you're using. So it's a way to target that market because they're already in your doors. And so it's just a way to grab more of them. The other thing that we want to do with these, though, is we want to make some pretty common observations. These observations we probably make unconsciously with every group that comes into our doors, but to really write it down and to analyze the information becomes pretty powerful. So when we look at things like how many people are in the party, whether they're a family or a group of friends, how many couples there are, what age groups they are, those kinds of things, we get some valuable information to target our marketing. And all of these are going to change depending on your business. So it's difficult to kind of project that. And I don't want you to think that you know what that is. So do this for a couple weeks, 3 weeks, 6 weeks, to incentivize your employees to do it. Offer some gifts, offer some prizes, so that they've got a reason to be engaged with it, and make sure that the prizes are something that they're interested in. Money is usually a pretty good motivator for employees. And so the last thing that we want to do is be able to use this information to leverage our marketing. It's not to leverage our sales or our prices, but we want to leverage the way that we're getting people in our doors. And so we want as much information as we can get from people to reach out to similar markets. And like always, if you've got any questions about this or you want to know more about how you can leverage your marketing or how we can help you, please let us know. You can send us a message here on our website or you can Facebook message us. It doesn't really matter. We will get back to you. We're very engaged with our customers. And thank you.